right, are we live? Are we live? Yes, we are live. Oh my god, you can see, literally have like the shortest shorty shorts on because it is a summer heat wave and it's so amazing, and that gets me even more excited about, I can already see chicks out on the pool. Gets me even more excited to deliver amazing content, wrap up the first half of the day, which has already been epic, productive, ridiculous, high vibe. I was telling my girlfriend on the way to the gym this morning how I legit journaled. I believe it was a good 2 hours, like solid 2 hours. I know because I had that idea yesterday. First of all, welcome of course to Boss Queen TV, your soul abundance channel for the type of queen who understands that in order to manifest the magic and live her most expansive life, she's got to become the magic herself first. So let me get that out of the way. Let me share, of course, this into a couple of my groups, my high vibe money tribe. If you're not in there, it's a one-off fee to join. You get access to my 21-day manifestation challenge and monthly coaching. So we are going to share that in there today. And also obviously into my Rising group, the Rising Queen Collective. And yeah, I know that I spend 2 hours because I normally don't like time. However, I find that, let me just share this. I find, not you. What's going on here? You. I find that time just kind of floats a little bit too quickly at the moment, and I want to kind of rein it in, and it's all good. Like it's not a. It's one of those, you know, when you just have quite a few projects on the go and all of them demand your time, your energy, all of that and your attention, and then you go, oh my goodness gracious. So sometimes I find before I let myself kind of get distracted and then kind of feel like, oh, what the fuck am I actually doing? I sometimes even set timer, like 25-minute timer. I do this not very often, but last night in bed, I was like, oh, I think I'm just gonna kind of just get for this week, because I know there's a couple of projects that are coming to an end. I'm just going to practice and see, because that way I can kind of see exactly boom, 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 what works, what's in flow. And again, I don't do this every day, but I definitely do that. I do that. I do that from time to time, just when I want to make sure that, you know, I'm not just wasting my freaking time, because sometimes we can get sidetracked, okay? So just a little FYI productivity hack right there. And so I know for a fact that I literally kept repeat, because I'm not going to stop myself and be like, righto, so 25 minutes are over, you're going to have to stop journaling. I was like, oh no, we are going deep down the rabbit hole today and really aligning to this next level vision, desires, and tapping into the resistance. Like, oh my god, the stuff that was coming up, which is actually something I want to talk about later on, not right now, but I was talking about, yeah, I'm having all these things come up, which is great. And literally after 2 hours, like, I feel like legit unstoppable, like exceptionally unfuckwithable energy, mindset, locked in, bulletproof. So which then leads me to sharing with you, hello, how can this benefit you? How can you draw some inspiration, some motivation, some kick-assery, badassery, or whatever to really rocket launch your week this week? Because yesterday, as you know, obviously depending on where you are, but yesterday was Monday here, even though it's still Monday night in the States, and my European queens are definitely asleep, unless well, it's kind of like 3 o'clock in the morning. And so yesterday we really spoke about setting your goals, setting that vision, and really making sure you've got a game plan, right? Like every Monday you get a different distinction about setting yourself up for the week. And yesterday I was like, you got to have a game plan. You have to have a game plan. Like, I'm all for, you know, going with the flow. I'm all for like navigating and just staying in this beautiful, flowy kind of energy. Like, yeah, Yeah, however, as I just said, sometimes if you don't have a clear pathway and you know exactly, all right, let's just, here we're launching this program. So what needs to get done for this program? Do you have like a guide, a map to like getting your programs out there? I know that I find I kind of look over it, I tune in, and I still kind of go from flow and go, what do I really feel like I want to do though? Like I don't do it like a step by step anymore, which I used to do, but now I launch differently. But still, I go connect in, write it out. Who do I want to call in? Have a few things that I do to get my offer out there, right? And of course, on top of it, you've got your clients, you've got your own energy work, your personal development work, your money work. So then there's like different elements every day that needs to get done. Your visibility, your content, your messaging, your live streams, your emails, your admins, your support. There's a lot that really goes into a Boss Queen dynasty, women. And you know that, hello, like I'm preaching to the choir here. And so really it is, however, then so incredibly important that you have this roadmap, you have a clear path. You need to know energy, strategy, boom, needs to come together. You cannot just walk around like a headless chicken and be like, oh, I'm just gonna dribble a little here and dribble a little there and do a couple of bits here and a couple of elements there. Is that going to get you the maximum results? Okay, so I'm not saying, oh, you have to have a solid strategy, otherwise you're not going to make money. No, but you need to have a clear pathway. Of course, like you need to know where the fuck are you, where do you want to go, how are you going to get there? And yes, it's not about having like, oh well, that means like from 10 to 11 I do this, from 11 to 12 I do this, but you need to ensure that the work gets done. How you get it done, that's absolutely up to you. As I said, have the timer, that works a treat, right? I have clear things that I do, and again, no, I need you to understand, it's not about ticking them all off and then be like, all right, I've ticked them all off and now I'm a good girl and now I get to receive. That's not how it works. But at the same time, if you're not putting in the effort, then come on, man. Like, I just feel too many women are not taking enough action, aligned action. They're sitting on their laurels and going, well, but I've done my energy work and I've done my mindset and I've done a couple of pieces here, but I feel like, come on, let's just legit be honest. And so with that in mind, I hope that you've got a game plan. You've got a game plan. I know that you know where you want to go. You know also that, okay, there's a certain level of empire activities that need to get done, even if it's just money, mindset, messaging, and marketing. Do those 4 things every day consistently, and you're already ahead of the competition. Now, today though, then let's have that conversation around what's going to get you in the way. What's going to get in the way of that game plan? And most often then it is maybe the fact that, hey, how do I create amazing content? How do I actually create content that really connects, that really converts, that really attracts, where I don't have to think about it, but it just flows? How do I sell from a space of it's the most natural, divine, sacred thing? Because hello, how could you not, right? I do believe that there is an extent of that, but more so, it's going to be, as I've written it down here, perhaps a lack of self-confidence, self-doubt, self-sabotage, and self-worth. And I believe these are the culprits, one or the other, or a combination of one or two: the confidence, the doubt, the sabotage, and the worthiness, where you're going to dim your freaking light and you're not going to follow through with the game plan. And so it all becomes just talk and not enough action. And I'm not here to like slap you around the face, even though I do it with the utmost love. It becomes a conversation of get the fuck over yourself. What needs to shift? Where do you need to do the work? And I'm telling you right now that just the writing of like statements, writing beautiful mantras, singing a couple of Money Loves Me and I Love Money, doing a bit of a wiggle around the house may just not cut it. Right? There is some deeper elements that you need to lean into, and that's why I'm such a big fan of the energy component, doing the activations, the readings, the healings, and activating you into, you know, new levels of expansion, receiving, all that sort of stuff, returning you back to your, you know, natural state of being an abundance queen at all times, not just in the morning, not just when you think of it, but at all times, and consequently get to receive. Now, you need to, the first thing is, you need to just be honest. And again, it's never coming from a place of like judging or like, oh, you know, I don't know, like it doesn't need to come from a place of judgment. It needs to come still from a place of acceptance and love and understanding that you get to love yourself for who you are at this very moment. No matter your insecurities, no matter what doubts you've got going on, no matter how overwhelmed you feel, no matter how you're still like not pressing play on a certain, you know, certain elements in your business, it's okay. But at the end of the day, you need to have this awareness. Like I said, every day I do this work. Every day I look in the mirror, metaphorically speaking, and I align. I meditate, I activate, I release. I spend so much time on me, myself, and I, because I'm selfish like that. No, because I understand energy before strategy. I understand what's the point of having the best strategy if you're not in this element of embodying, right, the capacity to receive, the capacity to freaking shine, the capacity to speak up, the capacity to no longer dim your light, the capacity to really surrender and to lose and to remove yourself from the naysayers, the non-believers, the judges, the critics, you know, the fact that all of that, that's what it's about, right? That's what it's about. And so I urge you today to look in the mirror and to ask yourself, you know, what's holding me back from truly shining my light? Because if you truly are shining your brightest light, I trust that you understand, and I will remind you, it is that light, that energy, that vibration that allows you to become the magnet to call in, right? The right people, opportunity, and resources. Yes, right? So shine that light, and of course take massive aligned action. Of course, show up and do the work. Of course, speak your truth. Of course, share what's on your heart, share what's on your soul. Of course, invite people into your home and extend a hand and say, hey, if I can help you, this is how I can help you. Exactly. Let us go this path together. Of course, let me share my wisdom, my knowledge, my experience, and saving you time, energy down the track. And let me help you to accelerate those results. So, right, like that gets to be so easy and it gets to be so much fun. But it's like you need to first look in the mirror and understand, what is it exactly that is holding you back? Is it a level of confidence? Is it that you're letting yourself, you know, be distracted and get into self-sabotage? Or are you self-sabotaging? Like you take a couple of steps and you do really well, and then boom, you seem to find a way to just not mess it up, but you're not like keeping the momentum, you know, you're not keeping the pedal on the metal, which is so freaking important. Oh my goodness gracious, right? Or is it self-worth that maybe deep down you don't believe that you're good enough? So all of those, no matter if it's the confidence, the doubt, the self-sabotage, the worthiness, it all comes back to living in fear, being in fear, somehow being trapped in an illusion that you are not good enough, that you need to do something to first prove yourself. That, you know, if you're not looking a certain way, speaking a certain way, acting a certain way, showing up a certain way, selling a certain way, whatever a certain way, that, oh, you're not going to then be good enough to receive. And I believe that for all of those, love is the answer. For all of those, I can help you release, find out what's happening. Of course, you don't have to engage me. Absolutely not. That's, you know, that's beyond the point. The point is that, you know, you need to have the clarity and you need to have a game plan. But at the end of the day, the game plan doesn't stick if you don't align the energy first and you do the internal work. So you literally get the fuck over yourself and you do it. And when you do it and you practice it over and over and over and over again, it gets to be easy. It gets to be fun. You know, legit, like, think about anything that you've learned, driving the car. You know, it's that, you know, that process of learning. You're unconscious, unconscious, unaware, unconscious aware, then you become unconsciously like knowledgeable or whatever, and then you go into unconsciously knowing, whatever. Basically the 4 stages. Anyway, at first it's like you don't know what you don't know. Then it's like, oh, I know I've got some areas here that I need to work on, right? Then you do the work and you're kind of getting better, but you're still feeling very self-conscious about it. So it's like a conscious, like, learning this process of, oh, okay, so I'm doing it, but I'm kind of thinking about it, right? And then eventually it becomes unconscious. You're just naturally doing it. And every skill level is exactly the same. And even when you do the work on you, it's exactly the same. Like when you're shifting beliefs, when you're shifting energies, when you're doing release work, when you're removing, you know, bounds, patterns, spells, contracts from this lifetime, past lifetime, when you're releasing and cutting cords and releasing all ancestral stuff, or whether it's even like you're really healing experiences from this lifetime, right? Like things have been said to you in the past, pains that you've experienced from relationships or schools or friends or parents or what have you. Know, we all have it. That's why we came into this world, like to really heal. And then remember that at the core of it all, my God, you are just such an incredible, unique, beautiful, divine soul who is infinite and limitless abundant, right? Like you are legit infinite, limitless, abundant. You have the whole universe. Literally, you are part of the universe. The universe is like a part of you, like exponentially. And that's obviously my biggest gift that I am now able to pass on. That, oh my God, it's all about releasing the resistance, you know, tuning in. Is it a lack of confidence? Is it a lack of doubt? Is it a lack, like, is it like you know, self-sabotaging yourself? Is it like the worthiness? All of it is actually just resisting abundance. And oh my goodness gracious. So you get to do the work, but you cannot do the work if you don't look in the mirror. And all I would love you to do today, like we're probably going to continue that conversation tomorrow. And I probably can give you even some more like journal prompts and stuff. But for right now, it's like you got to look in the mirror. It's like be the woman in the mirror, the man in the mirror. I'm gonna make a change for once in my life. Gonna make a difference, gonna make it right. I don't know the words. The man in the mirror, such a beautiful song. Be that, do that. If you want to change and make the world a better place, you got to take a look at yourself and make a change, right? Michael Jackson, thank you. If you do want to do that for others, like obviously you came into business because you want to change the world, you want to help people, but you got to start by yourself. And no one expects you to be perfect. No one expects you to have your shit together all the time. No one expects you to like, wow, look at me. I can now identify that, oh my God, deep down, I have this fear of not being good enough. Okay, well, let me just rewrite it and then boom, off you go. Bye-bye, never see you again. That's also not how it works. But you gotta have this awareness. 95% of success is awareness. That's it. I'm gonna make a change for once in my life. Now I got the song. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Yes, gonna make a difference. Let's make it right, right? So please do that. Take a look in the mirror today. That's all I would love you to do. And tell me which of the 4 resonates with you. You can then come into my Facebook group. We can continue this conversation. Like I give so much free coaching and support and love and challenges and masterclasses and meditations and activations. Like you get so much free value to help you, you know, on your path. There is never pressure to work with me right now. When you're ready, the divine time has come. You feel it in your heart. There is something knocking. There's something urging. There's something pulling you. You're ready to work with me. You will then come and work with me. Okay. So all happens always in divine timing, all right? Now, though, you have to go and make that change. You got to make that change. Now I've got that song in my head. You have to make that change. So please answer for yourself, what is getting in the way right now? Right? What is getting in the way right now of you actually rocket launching yourself into massive success this week and beyond? Please answer that question for yourself. Let me know what it is. Let me help you, support you, and guide you. Come over into my Facebook group. And of course, if you are though at that point, I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to extend my hand to you. If you're already at that point where you go, you know what? I want to no longer sit in the back and just keep wondering when my fucking big break is coming, and I don't want to feel like I'm constantly going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I'm actually ready to just keep going forward and like live in a new dimension, a new reality, and I call this the 5-figure dimension, where you are automatically a 5-figure earner a month and above. Then of course I invite you to join me in Boss Queen Dynasty. Okay, so Boss Queen Dynasty, we start next Monday, the 11th of the 11th. Only a limited spots are available because it is literally where your energy meets strategy and creates your 6-figure soul legacy. It is all of the strategies on how to speak, how to serve, how to show up to the fullest expression, how to create content, all of the amazing things that feel so divine and so yummy, and it just brings you so much fun and so much joy back into your business. Of course, we're going to talk about productivity, and of course, I'm also going to work with you individually on aligning you energetically and having that bulletproof mindset. Oh, it's very bright, and the energy so that you can truly embody it and become that magnet. Because again, strategy is great, but we've got to really bring the both elements together. And I'm not just talking about mindset work, I'm talking about actually embodiment, the energy. So I'm bringing in my activations, working with you specifically, fine-tuning. I really like look into your chakra system, find out what part is not in alignment, whether you've got basically some survival stuff happening, whether it's not you really allowing yourself to receive, whether it's about owning some more of your personal power, coming back into your heart space, or really doing some heart healing, whether it's about owning that voice and opening yourself up to really truly speak that voice, whether it's that vision that is actually not in true alignment and needs to expand, right? Or it is that divine connection to the universe, allowing yourself to truly work in co-creation. Okay, so that's pretty much what we're going to work through as well. So literally we are working with your energy system. That's what I'm saying. I fucking love it. Honestly, it is the most divine gift I gave myself, because this is my home. That is my jam. I mean, I can teach you how to build a business. I do that in my sleep, but to bring the both elements together, to have you energetically aligned, and then obviously we'll look at the money mindset, and then to have you follow through every day in terms of the right strategy for you. My goodness gracious, 5-figure months is just the beginning, like legit. So if you're wanting to grab one of those spots, if you're curious, you want to have a chat to me about this, then hashtag BQD for Boss Queen Dynasty. Keep it super short. Those 3 letters, you can put them into the comments, or you can message me, of course, privately. I don't bite. I know I like to kick your butt, and I do it with love, and it is my job to really, challenge you to grow, to expand, so that you get to become that magnet. So you get to manifest your most freaking amazing life, right? It's my duty. I cannot not do it, but I also come from a very space of being nurturing and healing, and do all the magic this side of the work, with the energy. So anyway, that's just from me to you right now at this very moment. Let me know if this speaks to you, if it calls you. As I said, send me a private message and we can have a conversation. We kick off on the 11th, so we can't stuff around, because it's literally putting everything into place this side of 2019. So come literally the 1st of January, all you have to do is open the door to your 6-figure business, and let that literally be a rocket launch straight out the gate. Ridiculous next level success for yourself. So 2020 is ensured, like it's your guaranteed 2020 is going to be an absolute freaking success. Like seriously, I'm really excited. It's like literally the last way, the last possibility to work with me in this space at this side of the year. So as I said, if this calls you, message me, reach out to me, private message, or hashtag BQD for Boss Queen Dynasty, BQD, and I'll reach out to you, and then I'd love to see if this is a match, and I'd love to, you know, create some magic with you. And that's all being said and done. Have an amazing rest of the day, evening, wherever you are. I love you so much. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for allowing me to just be the fullest expression, because I gave myself permission to be it in the first place. But I love just sharing this with you, and hopefully giving you some food for thought, a little kick up the butt, you know, some inspiration from a place of love to really get out there and live your most expansive life and do what it takes, you know, until it takes, or as often as it takes until it takes. And if you want to speed up that process, you just need to message me. And remember then, in the meantime and always, that in order to manifest the magic, you've got to become the magic yourself first.